I call upon the spirit of the owl, messenger of wisdom. Welcome to the Temple of the Owl. Merry meet, seekers of knowledge, for I am your host, Matsowl, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Here at the Temple of the Owl, located deep in the forests of Northern California. In today's episode, we will discuss magical tools, and specifically we'll be talking about wands. This is where we talk about magic and spirituality on all levels, but it's through the perspective of a modern witch. As always, these are just ideas to help you live a magical life and make you think about things differently. Take the information and do what you will. You see, witchcraft is a deeply personal religion. It's unique from each individual, so feel free to change or adapt anything to work with you. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you for your support. Very special thank you for those listening on the Troubled Minds Radio Network, KUAP Digital Broadcasting. Check out troubledminds.org, and I'm inviting you to have conversations with us on that show over there. I want to thank Michael Strange for putting up these shows and being my friend and helping me inspire and do these shows and talk about things with you guys. So thank you for listening on that. Thank you for listening on Spotify and the YouTube channels. And I wanted to, it's also, this episode is dedicated to the Mighty Rohan of the EMP podcast. And I just want to say thank you guys for the support. So I'd like to start the show with what I call the MOD, or the message of the day. It's just a quote I find kind of helps me explain the topic and set up the show. And today's quote is, "There is magic, but you have to be the magician. You have to make the magic happen." And that's by Sidney Shelton. And I feel that because when I talk about these magic tools, we're going to talk about wands today. When I talk about this stuff, we have to remember that you are the magician. You are the power. And these tools, these wands or chalices or different types of tools that we use, they're just tools. That's all it is. They're just an extension of your power. You are the power first. We have to remember that. And so, magical tools, they play a significant role in witchcraft, though, because and in other spiritual practices, because each tool is its own unique symbolism and has its own purpose. It helps practitioners focus their intent, channel energy, and enhance rituals or spell work. Not all witches use the tools, though. Some prefer to work with pure intention, and they can add depth and meaning to magical practices. Wands are a thin, rod-like tool made from wood, metal, or crystal. Sometimes they're decorated with symbols or gemstones. They're used to direct energy in spell work and rituals, cast circles, invoke deities, or call upon the spirits. Now, wands are my favorite tool, and that's why I chose this episode first. And there's a controversial thing about, like I said, it doesn't really matter. You can make it up, but some people use the element of air, and some people use the element of fire in different traditions. In my tradition, I use the element of fire, but it could change according to how you feel. It represents willpower, magic, and transformation. The witch's wand is a classic magical tool used in witchcraft and various spiritual traditions to direct, channel, and amplify energy. It dates back to ancient times, and it remains one of the most iconic symbols of magical practice. Though it shares some similarities with the athame, that's the ritual knife, the wand has a more flexible and flowing energy. It's often associated with elemental forces of the practitioner's personal will. Now, traditionally, wands are made out of wood and different types of trees, offering different various magical properties. Like, for example, oak is for strength, willow is for intention, and birch is for purification. Wands made from a branch you personally harvest are considered especially powerful, particularly if done with reverence for nature. So, if you find a tree by your house or on your property, that's the best kind of wood that you're going to want to work with, because it already kind of has your natural energy in it. And so we go and we'll ask the tree for permission to harvest this wand. And usually I try to give back to the tree. So I'll walk around the tree in a clockwise motion and pour water. We could leave offerings like a coin, or just putting your energy, holding your hand on the tree to give back to it. And then that will help with your wand. That will help. That energy will be kind of more, like I said, the reverence for nature. Also have crystals. So some wands feature crystals at the tip or along the shaft. Enhances their ability to channel specific energies. Common crystals include quartz for amplifying energy, amethyst for spiritual work, or obsidian for grounding and protection. Now, adding the crystal adds another layer of power to your wand. So think accordingly of what kind of magic you're going to want to do with that specific wand, and then now you can combine the wood and the crystal. Sometimes the wands are made out of metal or bones. Wands may also be crafted out of other materials depending on the practitioner's personal preferences or traditions. So we see metal or bone or different types of wands. It doesn't have to be wood. The length and the appearance. Wands can range in length from a few inches to over a foot long. Now, some witches prefer simple, unadorned wands, while others may decorate theirs with carvings, symbols, ribbons, or crystals to personalize it. The appearance often reflects the practitioner's aesthetic and magical intention. A wand might be smooth or rugged, depending on how connected the witch feels to the natural state. The wand is a symbol of power, transformation, and will. It acts as an extension of the witch's energy and intention. It represents masculine energy, more than the athame. It is associated with the element of air in some traditions, or fire in others. It symbolizes the practitioner's ability to influence and shape reality through focused will and intent by directing the energy. The wand is primarily used to direct energy during spells and rituals by pointing or waving it. A witch can focus their intent and channel the energy towards a specific goal, object, or area. In ritual circles, the wand can be used to draw or trace symbols and sigils in the air, thereby activating their power. Wands are often used to cast a protective circle around the ritual space. The practitioner walks the perimeter, pointing the wand to draw the circle of energy. It serves as a sacred boundary. It can be used to cut through the circle to allow someone to enter or leave without dissipating the energy. And it's like cutting a little doorway through pointing the wand and opening the door. Wands can be used to invoke deities, spirits, or elementals, calling upon their aid or guidance in ritual work. In ceremonial magic, a wand may be used to invoke and command spirits, often by tracing certain symbols, like pentagrams or hexagrams, in the air. In many traditions, wands are associated with the element of air, and because we are working with the energies related to intellect, communication, and change. But for some witches, we use it based on fire traditions and associate the wand with the element of fire, using it for spells related to transformation, passion and action. The willpower of the practitioner is what I was talking about, and that's why I use the element of fire. A wand is highly personal, and it's the energy of the witch using is crucial to its effectiveness. Wands are believed to amplify the practitioner's own power, allowing them to channel their intent more clearly in spells and rituals. It can be used as a tool for focusing intent when casting spells, sending energy toward a desired outcome, or bringing back the energy into the self during meditation. In some practices, wands are used for healing energy by directing positive energy towards someone in need or drawing out negative energy. That's interesting. So they can be used in crystal healing practices, often combined with specific stones to magnify the healing effect. Wands can be used to bless or concentrate objects, spaces, or people. By directing energy through the wand, the witch can imbue something with magical energy or purify the space before working the magic there. Some witches prefer to make their own wands, finding a branch that calls to them in nature, with permission and respect for the tree or the environment. This creates a deeper bond with the tool. Others will buy or craft wands out of wood, metal, or crystal that resonate with them. Some may choose a wand that reflects their magical purpose, like one made from a specific wood aligned with their work. And that's why I believe, different wands for different tools for different jobs. So, like other magical tools, many witches choose to concentrate their wands before using them. This may involve cleansing the wand with smoke or incense, sprinkling it with salt water, or charging it under the moonlight. A consecration ritual might include dedicating the wand to a deity or element, or charging it with a specific magical purpose, like healing, protection, or manifestation. Now let's look at some of the famous wands in history and in mainstream media. Up first we have Merlin's wand. In Arthurian legend, a powerful wizard, Merlin, wielded a wand to perform extraordinary feats of magic. And it's interesting to note too, there's a difference between wands and staffs. Wand is like a handheld, and the staff is bigger for bigger magic. But Merlin had a wand and a staff. That's pretty cool. Up next we have, of course, Harry Potter. It's perhaps one of the most famous representations of wands. It comes from Harry Potter series. And this is where wands are central to casting spells, and each wand has its own personality and magical properties. While both tools are used for directing energy, the wand tends to be associated with gentler, flowing energy, and the athame is more of a decisive, cutting energy. The wand is used for calling or invoking energies, while the athame is used to banish or cut energy. I think that's it for that. We're talking about the differences between a wand and an athame. The athame is a tool that symbolizes masculine energy, but it has more of a softer, more versatile aspect. Wands are often seen as a symbol of creation and manifestation, directing the will to create something new. In some traditions, the wand is seen as a way to connect to higher powers, bridging the physical and the spiritual realms. Focus their thoughts during meditation, stir magical brews or potions, and incorporate them into divination. Like using a wand to point to different cards in a tarot spread. The witch's wand is a versatile tool, deeply connected to the practitioner's energy and intent. Whether simple or elaborate, the power comes from the connection you build with it and how you choose to wield it in your magical practice. Creating your own wand is a meaningful process, allowing you to create a tool that is deeply connected to your energy and magical intention. Selecting materials and concentrating it for use of your own practice. Now, most wands are made out of wood, but we talked about this, other materials like crystals, metal, and bones. Most witches prefer natural wood as it's grounded and tied to earth's energies. We have oak for strength, protection, and endurance, willow for intuition, emotion, and lunar magic, birch for purification, renewal, and beginnings, ash for protection, wisdom, and healing, elder for protection of warding off evil and wisdom. Hazel is for manifestation, wisdom, and psychic ability. Rowan is for protection, transformation, and spiritual strength. If you do harvest a branch from a tree, it's important to do so respectively. Ask the tree for permission and leave an offering like water or a small crystal. And take the branch mindfully. Some witches enhance their wands with crystals, adding the crystal at the point of the stone to amplify the energy. Different crystals bring different unique properties. So we have clear quartz is for amplification, clarity, and versatility. Amethyst for spirituality, psychic intuition, and protection. Rose quartz for love, compassion, and healing. Black tourmaline for grounding, protection, banishing negative energy. If you prefer a wand with a metallic counterpoint, like copper, is often used because copper is known to conduct energy. Other metals like silver or iron can also be incorporated, depending on your magical needs. Once you've chosen your material, it's time to craft the wand. You can keep it simple or natural, or decorate it and personalize it. A wand is typically from 8 to 16 inches long, but choose the size that feels comfortable to you. You can sand the wood or make it smooth, or you can leave it in the natural state. Both have a magical significance. Smooth for clarity and control, and rugged for natural, untamed power. And carve symbols. You may want to carve symbols or burn runes and other magical symbols into your wand. They could be protective symbols, representations of deities, or personal signals. Wrap with thread or leather is another way you could customize your wand. By adding this fabric, you can add your own energy. For example, a red cord might bring fiery energy, while a black cord offers protection. Paint and stain. If you like, you can paint your wand with magical colors or stain the wood to enhance its natural beauty. Once your wand is crafted, it is important that you concentrate it. Consecration is a process of cleansing the wand of any unwanted energies and charging it with your own magical intent. You can pass the wand through smoke of burning sage or palo santo or incense and cleanse it of any residential energies. Lightly sprinkle or dip the wand into a bowl of salt water. And just be careful of that because sometimes crystals or certain materials that they shouldn't get wet. So I like to just sprinkle the salt water on my wand. Sunlight and moonlight, you can leave it out under the full moon or in the sunlight to cleanse and charge it with natural energies. Now it's time to charge the wand. Hold the wand in your hands and close your eyes. Now focus on the intent you wish to imbue with it. Visualize the energy flowing from your body into the wand. And then you can speak these words of power. These are just an example. I cleanse and concentrate this wand in the name of, you can say, your deity or your elements. May it serve me with all acts of magic. With this wand, I channel my power, direct my will, and manifest my desires. If you follow a specific tradition, you can call upon deities and spirits or other elements to help you. For example, you might want to invoke the element of air or the element of fire. Now you can use it to cast spells. When casting spells, use your wand to direct the energy with your intention. Point the wand at the object or the area you're focusing on, and visualize the energy flowing from the wand and into your target. You could use it for meditation. You could use it for divination. Hold the wand during meditation to help focus your mind. Some witches also use their wands in divination practices, using them to point out symbols, cards, or runes during the readings. After use, it's important to store your wand in a respectful and safe place, like an altar or a magical box, and periodically cleanse it. Another thing you could do is dedicate your wand. You could dedicate your wand to a magical practice. You might say something like, with this wand, I commit my path. I dedicate it to the work in my hands and my power and my spirit. May it guide me well and serve me as a tool of light and magic. And I think it's important, like I said, it's important to know that it's not just the tool, it's you. But we use these tools, and I hope you guys learned something about wands today. We're going to do more of this series. We're going to talk about different kinds of magical objects. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank you guys for listening. Thank you for listening to the Temple of the Owl. Thank you for listening on KUAP Digital Broadcasting, the Troubled Minds Radio Network. Until next time, thank you guys. Blessed be.